Dude was bleeding all over the place. At the hazmat, the store.
You called it in?
Yeah.
Where are your cameras?
Dude honestly thought I didn't see him soaking through his jacket. People are idiots.
The man with him, he was all right?
I don't know. He seemed fine. His face was kind of blank, like, I don't know, might just be his face. Security cameras are back there. Quality leaves a whole lot to be desired.
Walmart's top brand gifts surprise every last home.
Walmart has toners and espresso, even apple. Who knew?
Ooh, la. Okay, Lorenzo.
Where's that remote?
Follow happiness take you.
Oh, never mind.
Love you, pal. Happy holidays. Macy's, the fragrance destination.
This Thanksgiving, Taylor this assignment to Irish Richie of the Characters in Tokyo in high bands.
Pop smiles
And wild across the trees. It's a big event.
Passed out. Stitched you up. But I'm not a doctor.
Why am I here?
You lost too much blood. You might be in shock right now. You need to go to the hospital.
I know. But I won't until I do this.
You get that?
How did you get that? Or else I'd be waking up surrounded by police, cuffed to a hospital bed.
You shouldn't.
But yet, you brought me here. Why? What are the chances? My bad hits a police car. You, what are the damn chances?
It's fate.
Just been hit. I'm innocent. I've been killed. You've already hated. You've already made your decision. Right?
You believe Carter will tell you the truth? It's your sting. Do you believe that?
Yes.
When I help you find Carter, I'll let you have your moment. You look him in the eye. And that's it.
Okay.
You'll be back in prison after.
Okay.
I won't let you run. I know what you're risking.
Just sit here. making the right decision. I promise.
A battle of swamps and a rivalry that might not be the most prominent for either of these two schools, but it's one that can easily define season trajectories and put the victor on the path to the college football playoff. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Gators will kick it away to start us off. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
Let's go. Right. Single.
Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Quarterback making checks. Johnson wants to throw it. The quick out. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
And the Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Leaves it with the running back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. They've climbed into the top 25. Nothing has been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is now, can you keep it? David, how many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out the very next week?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45. A lot of times, so many people close together. So earn that ranking and try to keep climbing.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
Well, it's 3rd and short. They're throwing for it. They just can't come up with that one. Setting up a big decision now for the head coach on 4th down.
And the Gators send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Punt is on its way. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Watkins.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Rides the back on the option, the give. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up, and you watch the way they run their offense. Usually, it starts with the physicality and
turning it on. He's at the 20. Touchdown, LSU! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Immediately fires to the middle. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. To the air on first down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. When these two first met in 1937 in Baton Rouge, LSU shut out the Gators. Florida would notch the first road victory in this swampy series when they beat LSU on the Bayou in 1956.
And a lot of history between these two teams, because even when there were two divisions in the SEC, this was a constant cross-division rivalry featuring lots of NFL talent and some really dramatic games. I remember being the #1 team in the nation back in 1997, going into Baton Rouge and losing, and the fans rushing the field, tearing down the goalposts. These two teams have unbelievable fan bases and lots of talent on the field.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Jones to throw. Fires to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Gators will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
He wants to change this route. Back to pass on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in 4th down again. Great job there. Pass defense, 3rd down. This defense now starting to put it together.
Sending the offense back to work. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Jones wants to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Daniels. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked. Maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
The Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Give to the running back. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on 1st down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
And on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about. And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Jones to throw. And the pass is incomplete, and that wraps up the 1st quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. He's looking downfield to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
So if the offense stays out there on 4th down, they've got to get it to the next time zone to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. And the pass is incomplete on 4th down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
So now it's 2nd and long. Motion from the back. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success and that reached the highest mountaintops, they had great defense to go with it. This defense playing well.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They'll give it to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Jones wants to throw it. Snagged out of the air. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Get it out to the supersonic guy. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Wants to throw it. Using the quick game. And he goes down after making the grab. Picks up a few, but still short of the first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. Target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
And the Gators looking to convert on 4th down. Trying to get it to the marker. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball, too. You could see there right after the 3rd down play, looking at his sideline, saying, give me the ball. I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team. And he comes through big time.
A first down run on the doorstep. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run, and you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Jones to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. This defense backed up, goal to go, and the crowd's giving them some juice. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Dangerous screen into traffic. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Man, the red zone, the field starts to shrink as a defense. I don't drop as far in my drops back. I got to understand, I'm getting back quick. That ball's going to come out. Nice job by the defense reacting to the pass and going and making a physical tackle.
This is a really big play for both teams. 4th and goal from the 2. Pushes toward the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gator!
And how about this offense? A big situation on 4th and goal, and you trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physicality of this unit, and they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. So they covered 42 yards on the drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He'll start this drive firing. The screen, he's got wheels. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give to the back. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. At the 40, there he goes. It's a seam wide open. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Jones wants to throw it. Gonna let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. Caught near the sideline, it's Brown. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Clark. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Jones to throw. Going for it all. Touchdown, Florida! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. South Carolina is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Jadeveon Clowney had a hand in getting this kid to Columbia, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Missouri. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. First play of the drive, it's the end around. They couldn't get anybody to bite on that one, and they'll stop him behind the line. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections, but the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead, and a lot of times for a loss, and put the offense in a bind.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Watkins. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets rid of it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. From the gun, running back on the move. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the 2nd half. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Jones wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Looking for room. It's Martin. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Gators want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Oh my, he just shanked that one. They were hoping for a little more, but it could have been worse as the punt goes out of bounds and they'll put it in play around the 45-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll leave it with him.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. And they can't complete the bullet pass on 3rd down.
QB decided not to hand it off on that RPO. Defense, great job taking the throwaway, now setting up 4th.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback making adjustments. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to do it on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Jones to throw. Right on the money. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. On the ground, going for the first down with the give to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
On the play. And that's a first down for the offense.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return to that small change. They take over at the 43.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Taking it the other way. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Gators!
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league. But check this out. Alabama rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting team led by Mac Jones, Najee Harris, and Devontae Smith. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough. And we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Here's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
They'll go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. The Tigers headed quickly to the line. Before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. The offense lining up for a first down play. The give to the back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Love love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level, getting a hat on a linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He might want another play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Looking to convert, LSU comes to the line on 4th. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. And it's complete at the 6. Defense right there, but now they're backed up with a goal-to-go situation. LSU lining up 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half.
Timeout, LSU.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. They'll move the wide receiver. Oops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Might be calling a hot route. Quickly complete. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown LSU! Looking for the tie with the extra point. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Jones wants to throw it. It's complete on the right side, and he's wrestled to the ground.
Quarterback and receiver on the same page there on the curl route. Nice job by the receiver finding the soft spot in zone and just settling down, making that throw a whole bunch easier.
And the Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. To the ground with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Jones to throw. And they can't make the connection on third down.
Ooh, and they almost had another one, and this defense is dialed in, man. The interception on the last possession, almost another one there. They've got a really good read on this passing.
The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the fourth quarter, an opportunity to move on top. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Using his legs, it's Berry. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
to the ground to try to move the chains. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth.
Offense facing fourth down.
A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on fourth down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. Trying to keep the drive alive. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Love the call going RPO here on fourth and short. And how about the running back? This is a guy that gets the tough yards. He finds ways to get those hidden yards. He can push the pile, drive the legs. Shows you that right there.
Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Nice pitch and catch there from QB to wide receiver. Great job. An out route is all about timing. 1, 2, 3, boom, break out, throw it to him right now. Great pitch, great catch.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, the offense is trying to go bootleg play action that time, but it had no chance because the defensive end won so quickly at the line of scrimmage. He was able to get in the backfield. He smothered the quarterback so fast for a sack.
And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Green. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, and an array of possibilities here. The Tigers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. He'll take it himself. Breaks into the open. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10.
Man, that dude just hits the gas and just goes. How nice is it as an offensive coordinator to have a quarterback that you can run just like a tailback? And you got a tailback in the backfield with him all the time. And he can throw so many options, but you just see the speed when he hits the gas, and it is really nice.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll move the tight end. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Johnson looking to throw. And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Right down the boulevard. And they've regained the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. South Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Columbia, one of the most special places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by 11 to Missouri. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Men?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Let's send the tight end in motion. Power football with the run. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Caught close to the marker, it's Abrams. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Now on first down from the 43. Reads it, fires complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. On the run, it's Welsh. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
And the Gators are on the move. To the ground, he's got it again. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Sensing that its defense needs some help. Calls his own number. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
They'll try to run for it. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
1st down, operating in the red zone and doing it in a den of noise. They'll ride the hot hand. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Jones wants to throw it. They'll run the screen. Touchdown, Florida! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Really good execution by this offense. Late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now, my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Throws to the wideout. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
When you're down late in the game, when you got to make plays, it's really tough not to force the football. You could tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. This quarterback happy enough to take a knee and head to the locker room, but the defense still does have a couple of timeouts if they want to use it. What a battle this game was. Went right down to the end. #1 team in the land gets knocked off. But sometimes this gives you a chance to recalibrate some things, guys.
Yeah, they're going to have to go back and watch this film and face some tough truths as well, because we know they've got a ton of talent, and this is a team that when they're playing their A game, they look like the best team in the country, David. Consistency, though, is going to be a big thing for them moving ahead.
Yeah, so you got to use this. You got to look at what you did wrong. You got to say, okay, maybe we're not as good as we thought we were. Just because we were #1, that doesn't mean anything until the end of the season, and you're the last guy standing, and you have the trophy. So take this loss, work on some of those things you think you need to work on so it doesn't happen again.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.